Y'all, there are a few things in life that make me want to drop everything and make a video, and this is one of them. The theater kids have been summoned. The great god of the theater has smiled down upon us. A work of genius is being born in the form of none other than a TikTok musical based on the Pixar movie Ratatouille. It makes me so happy. It started out with this.
Ratatouille, the rat of all my dreams. I praise you, oh Ratatouille. May the world remember your name.
And just, I mean, from there, the glory unfurled. It is a bunch of theater kids, like students and a couple of professionals, writing songs, making program art, costumes, puppetry, stagehands. Everyone is coming together to illuminate the story of Ratatouille. Now, I am a theater nerd, in case that wasn't really obvious to all of you, and I would like to humbly audition for this virtual musical. I watched Ratatouille last night, and my notes are, extensive, and I wrote 3 new little bits of songs for the musical that I would like to submit for your consideration. Let's go through the track list that I've come up with, and in this I'm going to include some of the TikToks that have already been out there and are fantastic. Now, hear me out. I don't actually know if this is a good idea, but what if Gusteau was the narrator? Maybe? It's his work and his message of anyone can cook that drives every single character in this entire movie and now show. So I don't know, he seems like this all-present voice that could kind of help guide the story along. So I wrote a little thing at the beginning for Gusteau to sort of introduce us into the big opening number.
Bonjour, mes amis. Bienvenue à Paris. Well, actually, several miles west. For our story begins in a cottage in the country with our hero who'd become the best, the finest, the top, the premier, the select, a brilliant, a clever, magnanimous chef. But would you believe me if I revealed the fact that our heroes, a tiny but mighty little rat.
So in the opening number, we get to see Remy falling in love with food, we get introduced to Emile, we get introduced to the dad. Someday the world will remember my name. The rat colony gets destroyed, they have to run, but Remy gets separated. That is definitely a dance number. And then in the sewer, Gusteau and Remy have a little duet. Remy then comes out of the sewer and we go into some kind of This Is Paris number, kind of like NYC and Annie, or the Schuyler sisters in Hamilton. Very look around, it's Paris, it's beautiful, na, da, da. I just want to note that in my notes, it took me like 15 times to spell Ratatouille correctly. As soon as we land in the kitchen, and Remy is watching the kitchen for the first time, like using different pots and pans and tools and whatnot as the percussion, it's an opportunity that feels like it just can't be missed. In the midst of this song, like we have singing, and then just underscoring, we have the scene with Linguini getting hired by Chef Skinner. The song keeps going and then it stops when Linguini starts ruining the soup. Remy is about to make his escape, but then...
My chance to flee! That soup makes me sick. Throw in some basil, now that'll do the trick. Wait, some pepper and garlic, now this rat's off the hook. But that soup seems to whisper, anyone can cook. Turn down the heat, wash up my hands, splash in some stock, now this soup demands just a splash of some cream, more garlic, yes, rosemary, celery, salt, then what's next? Potatoes and basil, more onions, more garlic, now stir all that up, all the flavors symphonic, with an ask in the scent of my soup so divine, a flavorful soup that is surely all mine. Oh, Gusteau, take a look, this is not in your book, I'm Remy, the rat who can cook.
Remy is discovered. He goes with Linguini. Maybe Linguini has a soliloquy here, I don't know, but nothing too excessive. And when they get home, they have to figure out how they are going to work together.
Had friends in small places, but never one quite like this. We've got a connection I never knew could by my side as a chef and a guide.
And you with your long arms and legs.
We'll pass every test till every chef is impressed. Through sauces, salads, and zests, we're gonna give it our best. And that's the recipe to success.
And the soup gets done again. Now Colette comes into the picture, and we have a tango.
What are you doing?
I'm cutting vegetables. I'm cutting
No, you waste energy and time.
Okay.
You think cooking is a cute job, eh? Like mommy in the kitchen? But mommy never had to face the dinner rush where the orders come flooding in and every dish is different and none are simple and all of the different cooking times must arrive on the customer's table at exactly the same time, hot and perfect. Every second counts and you cannot be mommy. Do you understand?
Not particularly.
You're such a stupid boy. Just listen to me.
Okay.
If you want to make it in the kitchen,
Yes, ma'am.
you can't just flare your arms around.
Right, got it.
So, time to focus.
Okay.
Stop and listen.
Will do.
Cause there's a million things you have to know about. Cause you know the customer is who we think about. So every decision we make is based on how they want to feel today. Which is what?
Good?
Exactly.
Now shall we? Dance with me, I'll show you every step and every count. But what's a dance without feeling? Yes, the passion's the secret to the art of the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, the kitchen. Yep. I wanted everything in that chorus to be essentially a double entendre we go into Chef Skinner's office and we realize that Linguini is Gusteau's son. A lot of people on TikTok think that Ego is the villain. Yes, he is one of them, but I think honestly the main villain here is Skinner. So I think Skinner and maybe his lawyer have some kind of like duet that really features Skinner with this sort of like conniving, nobody needs to know kind of thing where he's keeping this information for himself so that he can then take over and have the deed to the restaurant transferred to him. The big finale of Act 1, whatever it's called, when all of the sort of characters' points of views and songs come together into one final number. We have Remy with the recipe challenge, we have the rise of Linguini, we have Skinner feeling threatened by Linguini, we have Colette thinking, oh goodness, he doesn't need me anymore, but like, do I need him? And I think we can throw in there Remy's family arriving in Paris. And so it's like, what's gonna happen? We have all these different characters expressing their points of view and their conflicts and the tension. Curtain. End of Act 1. Beginning of Act 2. Is a little fuzzy. I'm not really sure how to handle the moment when Remy and his dad have that, like, existential crisis, but probably some kind of beautiful duet about nature and change being nature. Linguini and Colette have their little fight moment where Linguini ponders telling Colette about Remy, and they sing this Jason Robert Brown style love ballad.
You have talent, I know, a heart that's good, I'd give it to you. You have all you need to succeed. But what if I'm scared that these talents, these feelings could be the end of you and me? Oh, I should tell you the feelings and secrets I've kept inside, but if I tell you, there'll be nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. But there's more to the story, so I'll lay it all on the table, simple and clear. But what if what I need to tell you is not what you want to hear?
And kiss. After that, we have Skinner confirming the results of the DNA to match Linguini with Gusteau, but also Remy decides to start stealing food for his family after he reunites with them, and so we have maybe a sort of reprise of Nobody Needs to Know with the two of them now having their own secrets, and it's sort of a revolving door situation where Skinner goes out of his office and Remy walks in and discovers the secret. My god, there are so many montage scenes in this movie. Makes for great songs! So after this, we're building up Gusteau's under the name of Linguini. Linguini and Remy are getting a little bit testy with each other because they're both trying to hold it together and kind of want the recognition for it. Would it be too much to have a, like, check your ego at the door type of number between the two of them where it's like, check your ego, da-da-da-da-da, and then Ego walks in? Is it too much? I think it might be too much. Remy steals things, gets kicked out, and then this beautiful song happens.
I'm Remy, their Ratatouille, a rat with broken dreams. They praised me, their Ratatouille, but a rat can't cook, or so it seems. I guess Pa was right, that I can't do anything. A rat's a rat, and you're born as you are. And though I tried, I haven't done anything. Behind a hat is where I belong. Anyone can cook, if anyone is someone who has legs and looks the way that they should. Back to trash and dirt, to scavenging and hunting while Linguini lives the life I never could. Linguini, he wins, I'm losing, he knows.
No, why did that have to get cut off? I loved it so much. Remy gets trapped as Ego arrives at the restaurant, and Linguini tells the chefs about Remy, and then the chefs leave him. I don't quite know how all of that happens, but I do know that we need some kind of Mission Impossible number with some callbacks to that Anyone Can Cook number at the first act. At one point in there, the orchestra goes me, and we shift perspectives and we see Colette decide to turn around, and then she joins in, and and it ends with the Ratatouille being presented to Ego, and we have this lovely moment.
Ratatouille, served to peasants and the like. Ratatouille, do I dare humor it with a bite? When I review foods abroad, they look on me with dread. No need to seal the coffin, for this restaurant is dead. Ratatouille, I never stuttered or misspoke. Ratatouille, is this some kind of twisted joke? I asked him for his best, is this some kind of test? The chef misunderstood. For this Ratatouille, it's good.
Confetti curtain closes. It's a box office hit. Here's the thing that I just love about this. It's a whole bunch of wholesome, beautiful people from an industry that is otherwise shut down and dead right now. And the fact that they're able to use like the duet feature on TikTok and use the platform to create this sort of virtual musical that we can all kind of see in our heads and is uniting us all creatively with no real agenda. It's just creativity for creativity's sake. It's play. We're just playing together, which it's the best thing to come out of TikTok, in my opinion, and one of the best things to come out of this whole like quarantine process. The red of all my dreams. I am going to put the songs that I wrote on TikTok. If you would like to duet me or add to them, you can follow me down here. If you would like to subscribe, then please do and turn on your notifications. And if you would like to join another creative community that also writes stuff together, join my Patreon and join the Discord, because there's a lot of beautiful creative energy happening there, and it's so fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye. Mwah.